This screencast is designed to walk teachers through the steps that could be used to work with students toward meeting the goals that are woven into the overall lesson of interpreting and translating sources. Teachers are welcome to use any or all of the suggestions offered in this presentation, but are certainly encouraged to use and modify any portion of this lesson to suit theirs and their students' needs. Successive screencasts designed to walk students through the specific steps toward meeting world language and social studies goals will be designed and attached to links within this presentation. There are two specific intentions to this lesson. One is to challenge students to find a primary source written in another language, in this case specifically French, because students will be drawing from sources in the Franco-American Digital Archives, and to work both independently and with an online translating tool to determine the nature of what the source is saying. The other is to interpret what the source is saying by exploring its context and subject, as well as analyzing who the speaker is, what the purpose of the source is, when the source was produced, who the intended audience of the source was, and if the source conveys a specific tone. An example of how a teacher may employ this lesson could be when you are engaging students in a unit on immigration, or when a world language teacher was engaging their students in a lesson on listening and writing. In either case, the lesson can be combined to allow students to meet goals concurrently. This lesson was originally the result of a conversation between social studies and world language teachers who were intent on combining the skills required and enhanced through both disciplines. Any number of history units and topics could be used that invite students to explore primary sources in their original language and translate them for context and analysis. The FATA website has a wealth of sources from the late 19th and early 20th centuries that could provide insight into the Franco experience as both immigrants and laborers in mill towns throughout the Northeast. Students could gain a greater understanding of the push and pull factors that drew immigrants away from their place of origin and toward their various destinations. Students could also perceive the many challenges that faced immigrant populations, including nativism, discrimination, and anti-Catholic sentiment. Primary source analysis fosters learner-led inquiry as students construct knowledge by interacting with a variety of sources that represent different accounts of the past. Students realize that history exists through interpretation that reflects the viewpoints and biases of those doing the interpreting. Most research uses both primary and secondary sources. They complement each other to help you build a convincing argument. Primary sources are more credible as evidence, but secondary sources show how your work relates to existing research. Why learning goals? Learning another language also provides many other benefits, including greater academic achievement, greater cognitive development, and more positive attitudes toward other languages and cultures. Simply put, language learning is necessary for students to effectively function in the modern global marketplace. In addition, there are many skills that can be generalized through listening and presentational writing in another language, including enhanced problem-solving skills, improved memory function, both long and short term, more flexible and creative thinking, and improved attitude toward the target language and culture. Best of luck in your attempts to use the ideas that are presented in this lesson. Good luck.